everyone, welcome to another modern video. This is the episode number 2 of my quest, running down the best decks in modern. And this is a pretty a big surprise to me. I would never think that, last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, Birthing Ritual would be the second most popular, the second most winning deck in modern. But, this is the stats. This is what happened in the RC. And Birthing Ritual is a card that definitely makes Birthing Pod proud. Birthing Pod, of course, is in the ban list. Lots of people want it unbanned, but I believe we have a much better version of that. This card costs only 2, not 4. Doesn't lose 2 life. And you get to pretty consistently have access to your cards in curve. You have in this deck 11 2-drops. You have Fibulathip, Coin Oracle, Icefang Coatl, and you have lots of powerful 3-drops such as Abhorrent Oculus and Harbinger of the Seas. This is the deck that has a staggering win rate against Amulet Titan. One of the most one-sided matchup in this chart is a Simic Ritual versus Amulet Titan with a 78 win percentage out of a 79 matches. So definitely sample size being decent. And everyone was afraid of Amulet Titan, so this is definitely the deck to beat Amulet Titan. That being said, I probably lose to it. But anyway, this is the deck I'll play today. This is the list of Eduardo, my teammate who top 8'd the RC in Calgary, Canada, earning the invite to the next Pro Tour, which is gonna happen in January in Richmond. Play the game, see some parts of the United States, such as Richmond. Yeah, the sideboard is also a little bit weird. As like Neoform plus Quantum Riddler, which I'm gonna be excited to discover why is there. Let's go. This hand doesn't have second land, and you can do that maybe with other decks, but not with this deck. So I'm gonna mulligan this. Plus, it doesn't have Birthing Ritual. So keep at bottom Abhorrent Oculus. Not amazing to have in your opening hand, especially with this hand that doesn't have any fetch land. Special Surveil puts 2 cards for the Oculus, but I don't have that. Cameo. A card that we don't often see in modern. It's more of a legacy card. I think the best play here is Calling Oracle. Or, you know what? Actually, I might just slam Birthing Ritual. I'm playing against deck with counter spells. I think Birthing Ritual is just an insane threat. I mean, it could also be Blue-Red Quarry Metalcraft. But if it's a deck with counter spell, I just wanted to have this down. It seems to be a deck with counter spell. Harbinger not good. No Faithless Looting. Alright, I don't know what it is. That is card 2 Arcana Cruelty. Oh my god. Well, let's go Calling Oracle. Do I want to fetch? No. No responses with his Calling Oracle. Draws a single Super. If it was the land I'm going to put into play, probably better. And then we go fetch for Fibulathip end of turn. Ugh. I made a mistake here. I made a mistake because of I'm not familiar with the deck. But from now on, we're not going to be making it again. And it happening in game 1 is a nice lesson for you. I should have fetched for Forest. Because if you put into play Harbinger of the Seas, the opponent does not have a window to respond. Okay? So that's very important that you know. Because here I've just fetched for Forest, play Coiling Oracle. End of turn, I look at the top 7. There's an Harbinger. My opponent doesn't have a window to fetch. Up plus Swamp. Alright. There's Oculus and there's Fibulathip. I have Flare of Denial. My opponent has two Archon in the bin. So I'm thinking of getting Fibulathip here instead of Oculus. You would still go Harbinger. Huh. Maybe that's actually a good idea. How do I follow this up? I play New Harbinger and I have Birthing Ritual going. It's probably still is a good play. Again, very big mistake not fetching. I'm a little bit scared that my opponent just has, natural swamp. And just I lose because now, you know, I don't have a clock, but then they have a Tamio. But it doesn't seem the case. It does not seem like the case. We can attack for one the Tamio. And then I'll play another Harbinger. No real reason, just because I have Birthing Ritual, so I just want to sacrifice something. Okay, that's Fibulathip. Perfect. I can draw two cards. Love drawing cards. How's my weekend? Very, very good. They concede. Apparently, this is their list. Linked in the chat. It's the a deck that 5-0'd modern all CQ. Okay. Yeah. Harbinger of the Sea won the game. Opponent shows me their hand, being like, still had all these, but couldn't cast any of them because of your Harbinger of the Seas. Uh, uh, uh. I'm guessing he's siding in Gemstone Cavern in every matchup. At least a couple of them. I wonder if he wants Neoform as well. Probably not against a deck with Counterspell, because this is an additional cost. What's bad in this matchup? I'm gonna side out Arbinger after winning me the game. Subtlety can probably be trimmed. I'm cutting at least one forest. Is this member is strong against Oculus and Emperor of Bones. I don't know how to sideboard. I guess I can cut subtleties. And maybe force a negation? It persists combo. I can't side out force a negation. Ugh, seems hard to sideboard. Maybe just another land? You can definitely get color screwed though if you side out all these lands for Gemstone Caverns. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, sorry, subtlety. I think you're very strong. It's just that I think my Cyber is better. Maybe Dispute is not a 4 of. They do have Riddler and Oculus though. Okay. Alright. I have to bottom Oculus. So let's go keep. Bottom Oculus. Done. Click on Cavern. Okay. Click on Flare of Denial. We can start with turn 2, Coldin Oracle. Vexing Bubble. Okay. Strong Vexing Bubble. Stops my Flare of Denial. It's the second time that I reveal with Coldin Oracle singing this Stupor. Not ideal. Let me just go untap and go. Okay. Ragavan. Sure. If they attack with Emperor of Bones, I'm very tempted to just double block it. They don't attack. Let's play Coatl. Draw. Tabletop. The Lost. Flare of Denial again. Heh, unfortunately, the vaccine bubble really stops my deck from functioning. I think I'm casting Fibbolethip here. Holding Mystical Dispute up. Very good draw. Okay, they don't discard anything, so Emperor of Bone's not a threat. Ooh. Walking with my legend. Taking two. Ok. Second Emperor of Bones. Tapland. Buongiornissimo, Fedebello. You subscribe for 5 months? No, 5 years. Oh, nice. Oh, next. Okay, I got what you mean. Yeah, that's true. Next month is going to be the 60th. Roland. Let me just go Birthing Ritual. And let's move to end step. And let's see what happens. Not much. Yeah, I'm gonna change a Cooling Oracle with an Espen Coatl. Just draw an extra card, basically. What's my favorite format? It's a very broad question. I like Magic in general. Constructed, maybe modern. But the beauty of Magic is just that you can play a plethora of different formats for very little. So you find them all enjoyable for very little. Like playing Legacy for, 2 weeks is fantastic. Playing Vintage for one day is fantastic. Playing Pauper, all the formats of Magic are great if you play them a little bit. I think it's time to chump. I think it's time to chump. Maybe not. What a double exert, double adapt. Ross 2 deals me 8. Nah, I think they don't do it now. Yep, exactly for that reason. Next turn, these things can have chump, can have death touch. Okay, let's go Calling Oracle. Nice, Forest. And then I pass. Holding up Flare and Dispute. Remember that vaccine bubble, so. Yeah, I don't have Harbinger, so I don't need to fetch first. Put in pace 4 for what? Oh, they float mana in case I have Harbinger. Okay. Okay. Sacrifice Calling Oracle. Now I have to find either Endurance or Fibbolethip. Endurance does not do much. I'm just gonna go Fibbolethip, draw 2. Pass. Okay, Endurance. Yep. What do you think of the Ores of deck that came second in Legacy? Yeah, crazy. Yeah, maybe it's okay. I don't know. 20 draws one only with Fibula. Because this draws two if it comes into play from the library. When plays Emperor Bones again, do I like to counter this? I think so. I think I'd like to counter this. Eldrazi second, Ors of top four. Yeah. Emperor Bones, this is already adapted. So they're not really doing much. I mean, they're exiling my graveyard for Oculus. Let's see if they attack. They definitely attack with these guys. Oh wow, they send in the trades. Okay. I'm certainly trading here and taking two. I don't want to suck the Fibula. Maybe I should have since I have another one to play. Oculus? Nice. That's perfect for my Mystical Dispute. Let's get the island. Alright. And they lose their creatures. Ooh, Force of Negation as well. I think I'm pretty safe in just attacking, passing, and let's see what happens with Fibula. But yeah, the birthing ritual is just building up value turn after turn. Very hard to fight. Now we finally found an abhorrent Oculus, which will start accruing us value here. Unearth on Oculus. Perfect. Let's play Endurance. The concession. Very swift 2-0 for the Combo Crusher. Simic Ritual. Round number 2. Keep. Not ideal to draw Fibula. That's a card you want to have in the deck. Because, casting it, it's not very powerful from hand. But casting it from the deck is very good. Cage works against this deck? Yeah. In which case we board in Neoform. Maybe when you need to be quick, like against Boros, you want to put out Oculus as soon as possible. And consistently. Emery. Emery's good. I think I want to subtlety this. I have Bubble in play, so they will be drawing 2 cards from next turn. I think Abzan Ritual could be good in. Sorry, Birthing Ritual could be good in Abzan. I mean, the reason why this deck wins is because of blue. Definitely not because of green. I mean, green gives a ritual, but, I wouldn't be playing a no blue ritual. You can do combo with Samwise, but that's a deck I don't have interest in. Edge Maze. Ritual? A third land will be left on top. You do need lands. A third land here. All right, let's go. Island, Fibulathip. And then hopefully next turn, reach agent can cascade ritual. Okay, my opponent has a Kappa Cannoneer here, unfortunately. Eh. Let's see if I can find a lucky ritual. It does not. Ritual feels secondary. I disagree. I think this deck is not that good without ritual and very good with ritual. This game I don't have any chance in winning. If I had a ritual, maybe I could have raced with Oculus. Okay, Kappa Cannoneer showing the power over there. Now we have Cyborg, we got Force of Vigor, and we got Mystical Disputes. Now let's side out Endurance. Let's side out Arbingers of the Sea. How about Dismember? I think there's a visual. Oh no, never mind. What else will I side out? Force of Negation. Hmm. Harsh Mentor for Nadu could be good against Artifact. Hmm. These member I think also can be cut with this. Hmm. I think I'm keeping this hand. It doesn't have green mana, but it has Dispute for a turn 1 Emery or turn 1 Kappa. It has Force of Vigor for Urza Saga. Also, Pinnacle Emissary. Pinnacle Emissary turn 1. Fibulathip. Nice, we drew Forest. Perfect. Emery. Okay. The Mill Mox Amber. Okay. Let's go Forest Birthing Ritual. And let's go to end step. What are we looking at? Let's see. Yeah, another Fibulathip. Perfect. Draw 2 cards. Not much with it though. Okay, the replay Mox Amber, which is as good as a Mox Sapphire. Explosives for 2. Yeah, it works. The thing though is that my opponent has to do that in second main, and we can just do Colon Oracle Birthing Ritual in second main. They do have Emery to do that again afterwards. I'm gonna just go land pass priority. They have to correct the explosives. No, they don't. They just let me do this. Okay. Oh, you're right. You can do this now. Huh. Yeah, well played. Don't think I had many options though. Okay, so what I can do now is just bounce Emery. Maybe bounce explosives on the turn. Alright, so I'm just passing now. Format script, no responses. You return that one resolves. I don't have anything to force a Vig. Our opponents aren't really playing much. Podcast. Maybe Urza Saga can make me play Force of Vigor. I think I'm just gonna sink this over this. So that I can do Birthing Ritual. Calling Oracle. This member set it out. Maybe I shouldn't have. I didn't expect my opponent to play Tamio and Emery though. After that game one. Yeah, that tutorial must scrape me. Otherwise I Oculus. Let's go Calling Oracle. No responses. Let's go Birthing Ritual. Let's try to get lucky. Let's try to find Abhorrent Oculus to win the game with. There it is. Okay. And now let's hope this thing stick around. But it doesn't crack Fiery Eye. That makes me think they have a Kappa Cannoneer. Should I force a Vigor? No, I mean I can force a Vigor Kappa and pay 4. Also, that flies. Can be lethal eventually. Oh wow, they bring back. Ah, 4-3-7. Okay. I wonder why. Maybe they have Mystical Dispute. They want to hold up Mystical Dispute when they cast Kappa Cannoneer. I wonder what's happening right now. Explosives for 0. Mm-hmm. Oh, they want to play around Mystical Dispute. Wow. Okay. Clean. They really went out of their way to play around Mystical Dispute. Okay. Um, I go Calling Oracle for sure. Reveals Charlotte's agent. Okay, this is word 4. Hmm. Fidget is 7. Extra you're dead to my flyers. Do I want to answer the Kappa Cannon here? Opponent can just replay with Emery. Maybe just tap out and go Charlotte's Agent. What can go bad if I do that? I don't think many things can go bad. Pass. Hey, that's another abhorrent Oculus. Go. An F6. I don't have any green card for Force of Vigor, but I doubt they can do much here. Just showing the power of Birthing Ritual plus Oculus in the same deck. Just he just does it. He just does the thing. I'd lose to Kappa Cannoneer. Can he deal me 15 damage? I guess I can. They need... Yeah. That'd be pretty brutal if I lose. It was a 5-5 just last turn, and it's gonna become a 15-15? I guess so. 11? They need to have 2 more artifacts in hand, which is possible. They did draw 2 cards with Fiery Islets, hoping at least one of them is a land or a blue spell. They need both of the 2 cards in hand to be artifacts. Let's see. Steam Vents is not an artifact, at least. The problem now is that they have drones. This token can block only creatures with flying. Explosives can crack on 2, killing all the manifest creatures. But I can unmorph Subtlety. Alright, let me count. If I just attack with all, opponent goes block, block, block. Then cracks the explosives on 0. Kills these 2. I flip this. I only have 5 damage. Okay. Let's think about all the options. Let's think about all the options. If I go Sink into Stupor now, bounce explosives. Eh? So I bounce the explosives pre-combat. I think it's the best options I have. Yeah. They crack it on 0 to kill their drones. And if they have an answer to this, I can just go land Force of Vigor. Alright. Game 3 against Affinity. I want all the Gemstone Caverns. They are mandatory for this matchup. I'm cutting a forest and a fetch land. And a spell. Probably Subtlety. I think I want these members. I keep on cutting subtleties. Let's go. Am I going to play Prowess with Thoughters in the board? Yeah, so my plan for the upcoming days is to play the top decks in Modern in a row. So eventually we get to prowess, and yeah, I can definitely play the one that completed the European RC with the tosses in the sideboard. I mean, this one's medium, but I don't think I can mulligan it. I mean, I could mulligan it, but I won't. Land Tamio, strong. Why is Gemstone so important? I think because you need speed. You need to match their speed. Like, imagine if I had a Gemstone Cavern now, we'd be able to go Tamio. Like, you basically, Gemstone Cavern needs to come in matchups where your opponent wants to go fast because you want to match their speed. And it's very good here. It's gonna be able to give them Method Craft for the Mox Opal. I would like to draw lands. I only have two and I need at least three. Okay. Tapping out here to play Calling Oracle. We might flip a land, or we can play Flare Denial. Let's see. We did not. So we have Flare Denial up. Opponent can crack a clue if they want to. But they don't want to. They want to put together more clues. Okay. They flip their Planeswalker. Yeah, if the opponent's slow, I don't want the chance to cover. And I only want them when they're fast. I can also bring in one when I'm on the draw. You know, in this low matchup. I think one is always good on the draw. Opponent passes. Wow. Okay. All right. Let's go for the Coin Oracle again. I want to have Mystical Dispute up this time. Play it this way because if I reveal an island, for example, maybe don't need to take 3 damage. I need to attack. There's the Tamu plus, so I'm passing. But I can cast Kappa Cannoneer now, but it's late. It's too late. 3 cards in their hand. If they play Thought Cast, I'm gonna dispute it. Because then I can Flare Denial the Kappa Cannoneer. Emery. That also I'm gonna dispute. But it fights back. I think I'm gonna fight back with a Flare Denial. Yeah, because they can't do very much else now. I mean, I play another Metallic Rebuke, but not much I can do about that. Alright, they have no cards in hand, and they have an Emery on board. Time is on 6, that's dangerous. If I draw a fetch line, I can cast Oculus, I'd love to do that. But I can't cast Emery, Kappa Cannoneer next turn. I'm not in a good shape here, I can definitely lose this game. I don't see myself winning this game anymore. Yeah, I have to do Charlotte's Agent. Let's see what I cascade. I don't even know what I can cascade. I mean, Birthing Ritual, of course. Dismember would be a good draw here. I can't completely do that. But the Tamiyo... Hmm. Let's see how it goes. The Tamiyo is going to be scary. You want to hope they tap Emery. Okay. This way I can force the Vigor to Memnite and attack Tamiyo for 1, but they're still going to be able to draw a card. To draw off of their deck. Yeah, I think I don't win this game, unfortunately. I'm just winning games in Modern and now Legacy too. That's cool to see. I yeah, I just could not pressure time at any point. All my creatures. Oh, can that do anything? Probably not. I think this game, if we had Birthing Ritual, could have had a chance. I don't think I have any outs. I'm just gonna still look at the top seven, but I don't think I have any outs. Happy amount of seven. Can never win. All right, well played, well played, well played. Okay, round number three. We're playing against Mill Expert Tybalt of Red Sub. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. I have the main deck Endurance in my hand, very good against Mill. Wondering if I should go for a go for a fetch land now, or play Sink into Stupor instead as a land of choice. Think even did I have endurance, I can just go survey land, and if I put in Mills 13, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna go main phase fetch. This way I reduce the chances of my opponent drawing as their 8th card. I'm still taking Edge Maze, not because I want to surveil a card in the graveyard, necessarily, but because I don't want to draw a tap land throughout the game. Opponent has the Archive Trap, and leads with a Ruin Crab. I'm gonna go Feeble up here, or maybe just should just yeah, I'm just gonna land this Birthing Ritual. Very important to have enchantments in play. Yep. Okay. Uh, hmm. I could art cast the Endurance, or I think I'm happy to just pitch a Coin Oracle to it. Let me see if I draw a Flare of Denial first, just to play around a free spell. Okay. Do I want to go Forest or Sink? I think I'm gonna go Forest here. And then we go to the end step. And then I decide what to do. Orent Oculus is the perfect card. And then I'm gonna go Endurance. Pitching, Birthing Ritual. You want to put him on the stack first. It dies. And then it shuffles. This way, the Endurance itself gets shuffled at the bottom of my deck. Harbinger or Subtlety? I think they're both decent. I'll take Subtlety. When it goes Field of Ruin, makes me shuffle. Then I guess they mill me for a bunch. Push. Oh, okay. Let's go Coin Oracle. I guess I should have attacked first. Attack first. I guess I don't have double blue. Never mind. End of turn. Oh, we're bricked. Okay. I guess I should have played Shard's Agent, or did I draw it off of Coatl? I think I drew it off of Coatl. When a Fields of Ruins me, knowing that I don't have any more lands. I only play 4 basics. If it wasn't for that endurance, I would have easily lost this game. I was at 25 cards, and now I'm back at 33. Opponent definitely milled me over 50 cards since the beginning of this game. And also there are 20 lives, so definitely the game is not over by any means. Oh wow, pushing a Coiling Oracle. Weird. How would you do that? Alright, now I think I'm happy to attack with both. If they block the subtlety, I think I'm happy to flip it. I think the Ruined Crab, I think, is relevant. The bottom of my deck was pretty bad, so I'm just not gonna shuffle now. Looking to find Abhorrent Oculus. There it is. And this one surely mills me some cards, but gives me a lot of more pressure. Okay, opponent mills me for 14, pushes the manifest creature. Not gonna fetch. I need all the cards in my deck. I only have 15 cards in the deck. Uh, uh, Endurance is still in the deck, you're saying. Ooh, okay then. Okay then. I need to find as many chances as possible to find it. They're at 11. I think my best chances is to pass the turn here. They play a mill spell, I can bounce it. And then I just have more triggers of Birthing Ritual. Like if I brick now, okay, I bricked. The problem is, I think I wanna do this following play. I wanna sacrifice Oculus to get subtlety. This way I don't mill myself the endurance. And this way I know that the endurance is gonna be in the next top 700%. So I think this was the perfect play. Getting rid of the Oculus and making sure that we have 2 turns to find the endurance with the birthing ritual. I think now opponent doesn't have outs because we don't do anything. We just attack, pass. End of turn, I get the endurance, 100%. All right, or just draw it. That also works. Pass. Pass. I don't need to activate it. Yeah, I can go endurance pitch. The one of endurance definitely carried hard in this game. It was actually super close for a game where I've played a turn 3 endurance. Game 1. Now we're in the draw. Let's bring in some Gemstone Cavern. Let's bring in some disputes. and two more endurances. Let's cut subtleties. Did they announce it in a week in 2026? Nah, not yet. Usually they announce it mid-year. Neoform could be a way to search endurance. I think I don't like this against decks with counter though. Why not three caverns? I don't think this is a matchup where I need to be fast. But then, like, all of these are just my assumptions. I didn't speak to Eduardo about the use of the caverns. I just assume that that's the case. I don't know what to cut though. Oh yeah, two lands. I have to cut two lands. Never mind. I'm not gonna cut basics though, because the basics are important. I'm just gonna cut two Boseijus. Just go up in cards. Actually, going up in cards is not the worst ideas in this matchup because we do have lands in the sideboard, so our land spell ratio stays intact. Could make sense. Hey, always fetch your breeding pool. Opponent gives you a basic, so always fetch your breeding pool in these matchups. I think I'm gonna play Birthing Ritual. I think it's just so important to have this card into play. Play around like Discard spells and so on. Soul Guide Lantern. Yeah, I think we have to Endurance in response. Just gaining 20 cards in the deck. I think it's too important. Once again, we want to order it in a way where first the Endurance dies, and then it shuffles back. Okay, another Endurance has been drawn, but now it's a lot less impactful because there's a Soul Guide in play. Looking for Harbinger. Sorry, not Harbinger. Abhorrent Oculus. I'll find a Fibulithip. Happy with it. Drawing two cards. Very strong. Pass. More endurances. Look at that. For three endurance. By turn three. Ruin Crab. Oh my god. Okay, but no lands. No lands is good for me. No lands is very good for me. Such Hedge Maze. Milling a card is annoying, but I don't want to draw top land. If it was on top land, I could have drawn it. Nah, would have topped. I would have bottomed it anyway. Dismember. Okay. Let's play Birthing Ritual and Dismember. Well, let me just end of turn first. Should I play Sink as a land? I don't think so. First Philibelithip, sorry, first Birthing Ritual finds Abhorrent Oculus. And I think I'm gonna put that into play. And then the second Birthing Ritual finds nothing. And then I pass. Upkeep, I'll dismember one of this crab. I should have not that it matters much, but I should have hidden a dismember. Just because it's gonna be exiled, whereas this one can be bounced, but unlikely. Unlikely to matter. Main phase Coatl. Pass. End step 2 triggers. Okay. Sacrifice this. What do I want to find? How about I find Endurance? Hiring the deck damage of my deck. At the same time, those lowering the clock. I think it's a good idea. I don't think I need a clock that badly. I just add 7 cards to my deck. Do I want to lose Endurance? Yeah, I think I can lose it. Draw another card. Keep the card flow high. Alright, there it is. Oculus into Oculus. Surgical is dangerous now. I don't think when it has Surgical against us. I gotta draw a card. They're looking for lands for the crabs. Can I find a fetch land? And a fetch right away, milling 12 cards from my deck. Now they can go Fatal Push on the Oculus. They extirpate my Endurance. They definitely have Endurance. Not only Endurance, they have Extirpate. Simic Ritual has become a real deck. Simic Ritual is the second most successful deck in Modern. Gassus, thank you for the 13th month. Welcome to the stream. Let's flip over this Oculus and apply lethal threats. No, sorry, not lethal. Almost lethal. They go to 1. That means they can't fetch anymore. It's Surge 3. Thank you for the Prime sub. Let's play Calling Oracle. Looking for Player Denial. End of turn. Let's go Player Denial. Do I want to draw a card? I think so. There's no fail. There it is. Player Denial. Yeah. I think I want to draw cards. Drawing cards is fun. Let's draw cards. I know that I'm doing deck damage to myself, but I think 24 is enough. I could have drawn, Mystical Disputes, more Flare Denial, and so on. Opponente. Plays Crypt Incursion. GG. Played 2 combo decks, we won. Played 1 aggro deck, we lost. This is definitely the matchup spread of the deck. Round number 4. Mulligan. Keep. What do I watch him? I think it's gonna be Subtlety. It's either Subtlety or Endurance. I think Subtlety is worse of the two. How did the Boris League went? Perfect. 4-1, lost the mirror match. Allora, tengo bottom Subtlety. Land your go. Or opponent goes slow strength pass. Running Catacomb. I'll fetch for a hedge maze. Surveil? Yeah, I mean, I bought him there. Must mean that I don't like it, so I'll graveyard it. Willing Oracle. They've been ephemerate and go planes go. I wonder what deck is that. We should draw land to play Shardless this turn. Where do I think lies the biggest edge a pro gets when playing against normal MTG players? Probably practice. The pros practice 10 times more than normal people do. It's all about practice. I'm gonna go subtlety, Madonna. Why? But yeah, okay. Sure, you kill my Philotip. It's unfortunate that the things you love the most do bad. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I think I'm gonna flare this. Force of negation. Madonna, ma che cazzo fa sta merda? Okay, I guess I'll put him. Use all their cards in hand to have a 3-2 life link. Honestly, kind of just not played for flare. But like my thing is was gonna die anyway, so I said might as well, but maybe I should have just not done anything. I mean I'm happy they forced, honestly. I think this wasn't ideal by my opponent. They really just used all their cards to have a 3-2 in play. Which I'm just gonna go Shardless Agent next turn and block it. Let's play Shardless. They have two cards in hand. I'm assuming they have more ephemerate because like the only reason to care so much about this solitude is that you have more ephemerate. So one is gonna probably kill both of these now, but that's okay. I mean, I'm making value, making progress, making land drops. Feeling my graveyard maybe. No, not exactly because they exiled them, but sure. No, they don't ephemerate. Okay. Dismember. Bo. Gonna play Coatl, draw. Looking for lands. Mm, pass. I don't have endurance up. Maybe it was better if I kept it, the coatl, but I'm not going to. Like I don't really respect their combo. I have so many. Yeah, yeah, terrible game by my opponent. Maybe they didn't have another way to play it, but I doubt it. I mean, that was just kind of conceding the game. All right. I think once again, just a couple of caverns is enough, and once again, four disputes come in, and once again, endurance come in. Maybe I want Riddler in this matchup. Nah. I already showed the promo trainer sphere from the Eternal Weekend. It's in the other room and I'm lazy, but I already put it in the deck. It was already played by my friend. I lent him the deck to play a vintage side event on Sunday, and I even lent him the trainer sphere to play with. Do we like Harbinger of the Sea? I think not. We like Dismember. It's okay, I guess. I can Compass Aegis. It's in the other room. I guess I can eventually get it. Yeah, let's do this. I'm a big hater of subtlety. Not a big hater, but I think Dispute is better, and you can't really have too many of that type of cards. It's so much better with Dispute instead of Subtlety. You can just dispute the turn to Frog. Very good. Very good. Yep. Great hand. Let's go Miss Your Rainforest, because when it doesn't do anything, I'll Surveil. If not, I play Dispute. Honestly, a hand like this is the reason why Modern is the best constructed format. Just being on the draw is not that bad because of cards like Dispute, Flare, Denial, and so on, and Solitude. Because reducing the variance of play draw is just the thing that they should look forward to in their R&D the most. All right, Surveil. What do I want? Second Birthing Rachel seems perfect. Wouldn't want a land if I found a land I would have graveyarded it. What do I do now though? I think I need to respect my opponent deck a little bit. So I just go top lane go. Now I'm gonna go Calling Oracle. Pauper is also fine on the draw. The problem with Pauper is that there's a lot of top lands. So if you decide to play one of those top lands deck and you lose the die roll to a mono blue or mono red, you fell very much behind. So that's the problem with Pauper. And I think there is definitely a difference between play draw. Very, very big as well. Buon dia, Mattia. Speaking of monocolor deck, a friend of mine uh won 5 dual lands playing mono white in Pauper. Also qualified to the regional championship playing Pauper. Pretty crazy. Alright, the Fateful Mending discarding Quantum Raider Swamp. Ugh, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Whenever Fateful Mending doesn't discard it, and the Traxat's just pure card disadvantage for 2 mana as well. Okay. To go to Fairy, I have to Flare. We go frog, also flare. The fairy. Okay, I think I like to play Feeble up here. Need to hold up Dispute. There's like so many blue cards when playing plays. Okay. They go top lane, go 4 cards in end. It's now time to develop this birthing ritual. Hmm. Maybe not. Maybe it was better to go shardless. I think so, actually. Yeah, I think I should have gone shardless here. It was more efficient. Still getting some value, similar way the birthing ritual does. I guess it can't flip like a bomb. Also, this one doesn't. So yeah. The hindsight, I wish I went for the. I think I'd go Coiling Oracle over Coatl. They're both similar, but this one flips a land. I think is better than put it into play than drawing a card. All right, Punin knows about my endurance. Yeah, I don't care about this card. Lancer, think of it a prime sub. Welcome, welcome. Opponent passes. Bro. Okay. All right, time to play this shardless. What do you discard? Discard Dispute and Mending. Okay. I go wide here. This way my opponent can't kill my creatures. So the birthing ritual will happen. And a third endurance is revealed. We're looking for Oculus to apply pressure and have a clock. There it is. I can also get Fiblethip. No, never mind. I have 7 cards in it. Go. I think they go for the solid shit here. If they go solid shit ephemerate, actually don't have an answer to that. But that's okay. The pitch ephemerate. Okay. Yeah, you killed all my stuff with this one simple trick. Solid shit ephemerate. Also, you don't have any more ephemerates, almost. You need to play 3 or 4, so you still have some. Okay, you have 3 cards in hand. They do nothing. Time to do more things that do more value. Flashes back Faithful Mending. This is a Thoughtseize? Looks like that. Okay. Discard Charlotte's Agent though, so very good choice. I'm gonna main phase this Endurance. And that's it. I don't want to play a Ritual. Though maybe I should. No, my opponent can just go Teferi, and that's very annoying. Need to hold up Dispute for Teferi. Let's get Oculus down once again. Endurance was pretty bad here. The King of the Graveyard didn't really matter. And so yeah, didn't do any value with it. Okay, they fetch untapped and pass. Alright, end of turn, I'm gonna flip this Coatl. What's this? Solitude again? That's okay. Can't do much about it. Flipping this Quattro is very important here because I get to play some Birthing Ritual and really go crazy with the Ritual Chains here. That's good. So I can attack first. Then I go double Ritual. And now the first Quattro is going to give me a Quattro. Mandatory. Actually, is that Coiling Oracle? Yeah, Coiling Oracle is better than Quattro. So trigger, Flare Denial, very strong. Then the second Quattro is going to give me... I was hoping for not Oculus yet, but I guess I'll give up some value and take Oculus. I was hoping for like another Coatl and then Oculus. That would have been the dream. Yeah, would have wanted to actually like fill this up and then Oculus would have been the dream, but that's okay. I'll accept it. Go. Perfect. Oculus finding Coatl, very good because it lets me chain again next turn. And this value is just unsurmountable for my opponent, I think. Blue black psychic frog. Okay. I have one card in hand left. Frog is not threatening anymore. Turn this to face up. Talk with both. Yeah, there's no way my opponent can come back here. We go to end step. Trigger ritual. Fiblethip, where are you? Oh wow, breaked on the first one, crazy. Second ritual. Fiblethip, where are you? There it is. Let's suck this, get Fiblethip, draw two cards. And then third ritual. Gonna give me something more. Yeah, I guess. Charlotte's Agent. Could have been better. I could have gotten the ritual that I saw, but I just wanted to draw two cards. Yep, pass. Okay, I guess I can get people with it. I probably need to like endurance myself eventually. But knows that dispute. Quantum Riddler. This is good. I'm going to flip Fibbolethip and Flare of Denial it. What a nose of dispute. Uh, yeah, let's just dispute. This does mean that they connect to the frog, but that's fine. I definitely didn't want to make them draw cards with a Riddler. How is that different from our casting flare? You're right. I don't know why I did that. That was a mistake on my side. I'm sorry. I got tunnel vision into doing the flare denial thing. That was a mistake. Okay. Second frog, no cards in hand though. Funny. Let's go Coatl, draw. Let's go Endurance myself. Shuffle birthing ritual? No, maybe not. They do want to shuffle though. Do I shuffle? Maybe not. A combat and pass. Should I play another ritual? No, I'll hold it for endurance. Brick, Oculus. Eh, I can turn endurance into Coatl. I think it's a good play. Nice, and that's why I didn't tap out, because in the occasion of drawing a Coatl. Don't think this game looks losable anymore, though. Also, also using mana to pay the manifest cards. Another opportunity. I feel like I drew more than 60 cards in this game. I don't know. Like, I saw more than 60 cards. I think I've got exactly lethal ear, so let's attack for the win. Gonna wrap up the video now. We got an hour and a half of gameplay. Strong deck, very good against combo. Uh, Lost to Affinity, which sounds about right. I think the matchup spread of this deck is very polarized. You just crush the combo against the non-combo. You definitely struggle a bit against the non-combo. Let me see the matchup spread. Boros is negative, Prowess is negative, Affinity is negative, but is very, very, very positive against the combo. So, yeah, just very. Overall, it's good win rate, but your tournaments can definitely go super bad or super well, just based on how which pairings you get. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you had fun watching this league. Yeah, stay tuned for more best modern deck series here on the YouTube channel. So subscribe, and I'll see you next time.